So let's switch gears.
Oh, it's like switching gears on Ferrari with you.
Alright y'all, it's your girl Bite-Sized Bubblezz, and thank you for coming back to my channel. Today, I have a very special guest. Now I know I never say anything very special. I have Mike G with me. Yes, Mike G. Overall, just jack of all trades, like if you want to be honest, like from information analytics to entertainment marketing to consulting, like music management. Like Mike does everything. Oh, not to mention, original member of the 2 Live crew. Let's get into it.
2 Live.
Okay, Glizzy Gang affiliated. Gang. Mike, finally.
Yeah, finally. I appreciate you having me, Bubs. Thank you. It's an honor here also. You know, we've been longtime friends, so to actually be able to come on your podcast and be a part of this is special. So
thank you.
I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you. See, y'all see why I love Mike? So tonight, I got Mike by the fire, and we are gonna have us some brown.
Yeah.
You drink brown, Mike?
Yes. Bourbon and whiskey guy.
Ooh. Well, today we're drinking on some yak.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got some yak. Ain't nothing wrong with a little yak.
No, it ain't.
So first and foremost, we have some Cavassier.
Okay.
Have you ever had Cavassier?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, Mike is not new to this. He's true to this. I have had Cavassier before, maybe like one other time. There's a whole song about Cavassier.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't had Cavassier, if you've been curious about Cavassier, we're about to get into some Cavassier.
I'm gonna try it.
Alright, now next up, we've got the, honestly, I still don't know how to pronounce this. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. I say that, so I'm like, meow. But this Black Panther has cognac here. I have seen this like for so many years on the shelf. It looks like something that our parents would have drank.
Yeah.
Some real like Black Power shit.
Definitely.
I'm with that.
It's nice. It's a nice bottle. I like it.
And it's sexy.
Yeah, it is.
Curvaceous.
Yeah, you got some curves to it.
Bitch got hips.
Mm-hmm. Big bitch.
And lastly, we've got this. This is called the Revanche.
Never had that before.
I've never seen this before today. I asked the people in the ABC store, I was like, what is this? How is this? So we're gonna go ahead and get into the Revanche today, and I say we do that last.
Okay.
I say because that's the most unfamiliar to us. I think we'll go ahead and do that last.
Okay.
What do you say we start with the Cavassier first?
Okay, let's go.
All right. So while we're gonna start with the Cavassier, well, let's not do too much. Let's keep it cute, because we do have a few. Ooh, look at me.
So,
For the homies.
For the homies. You better say it. For the homies.
It smells kind of sweet and fruity a little bit.
It's kind of sweet. It's not as strong as I thought it was going to be.
It's definitely got like a fruitiness on the back back note of that. What we cheers into? Let's do a cheers. Let's do a toast.
Let's do it. Blessings, to be honest.
Blessings.
Blessings. Never complain.
Never complain.
Always work hard.
Ooh.
Pretty good though.
See, Mike went hard as hell and he took the whole thing.
Oh, that was a shot.
What do you feel like you tasted? How do you feel about it?
It doesn't, to me, it doesn't hit as strong when the throat wise falls. Smoother than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. It's sweet. It's a little harsh going down on me because I'm sipping it a little too slow. Wow, that yak is jammed back. Ooh. Oh my God, I'm trying to speak to just the heat in my chest. There's still a fruit note that I can't quite place. Something like a peach maybe, but it's something sweet, but not like a caramel sweet.
Yeah.
So, moving into our first question.
Okay.
So Mike, stop up. You know, we mentioned that you are like literally jack of all trades, like their credentials crazy. So what is something new that you would like to like try this year? What is something new that you're gonna take on that you would like to do?
Right now, I know I want to dive more into the management side of entertainment. So I'm kind of trying to build that portfolio right now of having certain artists on my roster, whether they're a singer, a rapper, musician, anybody who has a talent in more exposure, and I believe we can learn a lot from each other, the artists, from the management, from the fans, from everybody.
Yes. So I mentioned some of your brands. So what are some of the brands that you currently have? We got a few things.
Yeah, we have a couple brands right now, a couple things that we're doing. Success Addicts is basically like the main hub. Some close friends of mine who are we're basically like family, and it's a lot of investors who got together and basically invest in each other's ideas. And the name pretty much speaks for itself, because you constantly got to have that drive. I feel like you never should settle on any success. You should always, as long as you're here on this planet, on this earth, you should always be pushing to your full potential, because who knows what God got in store for you. So Success Addicts is the main hub, and under that we have our clothing brand, which is We Pay. We also have some shirts and stuff, but for example, it's one of the shirts right here on the table. So this is the back of the shirt. It says pay to play, and if you know anything you know in life, especially as an entrepreneur, you have to pay to play. You have to be your biggest investor. And a lot of times things aren't going to happen as you want them to be, but you can't never give up.
But what do you say we get into our next bottle?
Let's go. This is Meow.
The Meow.
Meow. Okay, there's some cognac also, so we're going to try this.
While Mike gets us poured up, I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question. So, Mike, tell Bubblezz. You're always working. As y'all can see, Mike is a working man, okay? He don't ever stop. So, it's time to take a vacation. Where do you want your next vacation to be?
To be honest, I want my next vacation to be somewhere nice and epic. Somewhere I always wanted to go, which is, to be honest, Greece. I always wanted to go to Greece. But yeah, right now I kind of like put travel on the hold, especially with COVID and everything going on. So I believe, I mean, it's an upside and downside to it, because I believe with COVID, it gave us a lot of opportunity to like focus on ourselves, or kind of like take a step back and see what's going on and slowing down.
So Greece is it.
Greece is
you like Greek food?
I like a Greek salad.
Okay. No, you can't go wrong with Greek. Little feta on it there.
You better say it. I'm open to trying new food. I do like new food. I don't like too much of just raw. I'm not really a big sushi guy.
Right.
Unless it's like a soul food sushi roll. At that point, is it really considered sushi?
It ain't. Just a roll.
Yeah, that's fine. This one is kind of sweet. I can smell it.
It is.
Sweeter than the other one.
It is.
And I feel like it has more of a, it's gonna have like a sappy taste to it, like the honey Jack Daniels.
Oh, I hate all them honey liquors.
I did that in college and I paid for it plenty of times.
I can't get into it. Let's get into this though.
I didn't take all that time.
Ooh, you want to go all the smooth?
Yeah, that's even more smoother than that, and it actually doesn't have the sappiness that I thought it was going to have.
It is sweeter,
yeah,
but it's sappy. No,
nah, it's good.
It helps with the smoothness. I can definitely sip this.
And I feel like I like this one better than the first one.
Definitely.
So that's why I stand on that one. Shout out to the Panther.
Right, shout out to the Panther.
Meow.
Meow. The Megan Thee Stallion fans will recognize the meow from an earlier picture back when she first started like rising to fame. So social media really propels everything, honestly. And you already know that, between analytics and marketing, like you already know what it is when it comes to social media. Now, do you feel as though social media has been good for society or bad for society?
I mean, media platform has always been out there. And I was a mass communication major at Northeast State University, so we was able to deep dive into like how media first became about and who was the major players. It's kind of more open, but still to this day they are the major players who own still like the major networks, Fox and stuff like that. I feel like social media as a whole is good within itself, just because it's always good to have knowledge or to put it out there. But at the same time, a lot of people start to believe everything that they see or hear. Social media is good, but you know, it has a good aspect, of course, when it comes to marketing and exposure, because it has changed millions and of people's lives within itself. Like you can be down one day, have nothing, or even be up, whatever, and then you do something on social media and it would change your life forever, just because how quick the exposure will go off, because it only takes a click. And a lot of times, once you put something out there, it's hard to retract it back. It's always going to be there, but it's all about what you take in.
Some people don't want to be responsible for that. They're like, oh, they're feeding it to me because the algorithms. But at the same time, you control picking up your phone. You control scrolling, liking, everything that you're doing, how much time you spend doing it. So
it's hard to put down your phone. It's hard to really pick up a book and read it. Or a lot of times, if we do want to read a book, people will literally still go to their phone and do a ebook, which is not fine as long as you're reading and getting knowledge. But at the same time, it's something about putting your phone down because it can be very distracting. The first thing you wake up is check your phone before you go to sleep. Check your phone. You set your alarm on your phone. Most people do it to like wake up or whatever the case may be. But to kind of sometimes take that step back and that break and understand that technology is in everything. We still have to be, respectful and more to our traditional roots as just being humans and being more one with each other in communication. Because I've been there a lot of times. It's easy to say something on the phone or through a text or DM somebody, you know what I'm saying, rather than actually saying to them in person. You know what I'm saying? It's not as much pressure by yourself. You're not in the person's face. But getting that pressure, getting that exposure, I feel like builds character. It's nothing wrong with taking the L. You always going to hear no or things sometimes. A lot of times it's going to go your way. But going the easy way out and using your phone or always running to, still need those people interactions and stuff like that.
So let's switch gears.
It's like switching gears on Ferrari with you.
So tell Bubblezz. In the getting to know you phase of a relationship, is it necessary to talk to that person every day?
Personally for me, no and yes. It just depends because you can still speak to somebody every day and not do too much, but a lot of people get caught up in the first vibe or that first impression of everybody. I've been there, but you get caught up in the vibe of somebody and you really like it, and everybody has their own expectations, believe it or not, or some people just don't like to admit it. But I believe it depends on what the person wants. In the talking phase, it really just depends, because a lot of times I know with me, if I'm getting to know somebody, it has been in a different aspect of me wanting to talk to somebody every day, and I had that vibe from somebody and the people that I did want to talk to, but at times I didn't want to talk to them every day. When I do have stuff going on or I'm focused, I kind of like drift back or I go away or cut the communication off, because once again, the phone can be very distracting and people have their own agendas or once again have their own needs and wants, and that can be distracting also, because if you're trying to please those needs and wants, give that person the attention that they want, what you need to do starts to lack because you're focused on that person. And some people can multitask where it doesn't affect them, but each his own.
I mean, okay, literally, it's so crazy that you said that. Me and my friends were having a conversation today, and we were saying, like, is it harder for men to multitask like that? Because my boyfriend was saying, like, I'm busy, I can't be on the phone with you because I'm doing this, and if I'm on the phone with you, then I'm getting distracted and things like that. And while me and my friends, we were on the phone earlier today, and we ran errands, we got things done, all while being able to like maintain, certain conversations. And it's just like, we had a question, like, not that to say like men can't multitask, but a lot of men say the same thing, and a lot of women have the same thing, like, well, why can't he just talk to me while he doing that?
I mean, to be honest, more than times we just don't want to be bothered, because we talk to y'all all day, every day, usually, to be honest, if it's that type of person. So when we are doing things, we do want a break or some type of time to ourselves. Some individuals or some men aren't like that, and some men are like that. But women are usually always going to be able to cope with things better. Some women, or most women, are better at executing things mentally than most men. The thing is, if you call me, I don't want to sit on the phone and talk about nothing when I am trying to do something.
Okay.
I might have something you want to talk about, but it really be nothing at the time, because there's nothing as important for us to talk right now. We know that y'all want to talk to us every day because y'all want to make sure we're not doing anything, or y'all just want to be up under your man. Like, I like being in our skin, which I can respect and understand that, but at the same time, you got to give people some time or some space to miss you.
Okay.
That's going to, with other things, it's going to keep the waters warm and hot. Because a lot of you put too much on the brother or the man or whatever the case may be, or vice versa. He puts too much on her, and the outcome is too much, you know. And I've been there before because I like somebody so much, and you want to be on the phone with them, and they really ain't got the time because they're busy doing what they need to do or want to handle. But you want to talk to them, and you might not be busy at the time, and you might have the time at the same time that individual doesn't. You mean married, period. I mean, you really have no ties or rights. You do what you want, you know what I'm saying?
So are you a single until you're married type person?
No, I don't believe that. I mean, if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship.
Okay.
But the thing is, to me, respect and things should always be done, and love should always be done. But I believe right now we're living in a time where it's a lot of individuals who are even at the talking stage are expecting marriage type vibes, and especially at the dating stage, it's the marriage type vibes. Like, you expect so much out of an individual, you know what I'm saying? But don't, because take a step back and look at yourself. Like, are you ready to expect the same thing out yourself when it comes to it? And some people are. Some people like, yeah, you know, some people are ready for that. It can't be 50% and 10%. It got to be 50-50 or 100-100, whatever math you want to do to equate as equal mentally or feelings wise. It should be the same. I mean, I don't want to get cheated on if I'm not married to you, so I wouldn't want to say that you're single until you're married. But you just have to have open line of communication.
Literally talking to my friends today about this. You have to be transparent with how you feel, and I think a lot of people aren't transparent with how they feel because they want to control the other person's reaction. So they're gonna keep certain things. Their omission is still a lie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would you agree?
I definitely 100% agree.
Yeah, omission 100%. Is definitely still a lie.
But the more that you come acceptance with life is going to be life, and if they love you, they're going to love you. If they're going to do something, they're going to do something regardless, despite how much you try to control them or avoid the situation. Like, sometimes you have to let things play out, and that's the best bet. You shouldn't change the person that you are because of somebody else in the reaction, because you get a lot of individuals who go through stuff, and then they put up these walls, or they don't want to be bothered, or you really block your next blessings because of the next individual. Nobody's saying don't be smart. Nobody saying not see signs, but at the same time, like, put your faith in God or whoever you believe in, or faith in something, and live like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about you, Mike.
Next.
But I'm thinking into that.
That's the last one. That's the new one.
That's the
That's a double R. Double R. You got a double R back to back, like a reef. It's nice though. I like the bottle.
I do like the bottle. Nice little emblem on it.
Gives you that 40.
Right.
I know that. Yeah, that's a 40.
What does it say? Let me see. It is made with the finest grapes from the best areas of Cognac, France.
And that's where, with all the bottles and the verbiage on the back, they always be the finest grapes from somewhere, or the finest whatever.
I ain't mad at them with the finest grapes.
Yeah. So I did the last toast. This toast is on you.
Okay. This toast is to standing 10 toes down on all that they should.
Be you regardless.
Regardless. Ooh.
This one definitely hits the hardest first.
Yes.
It isn't that bad to me personally. I don't know if it's because it's the third shot, but it does have more of a burn to it.
With me, the burn wasn't in here. It was like in here.
Mm-hmm. It's like as soon as you hit your mouth. Like,
yes.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna lie, clear my passages. Yeah. Clear my nasal out.
The flu is gone.
I swear, it's different. It's real nasally for me. I feel like I can taste it in my ears. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I sniffed it a little too hard or like, but when I drink it, it's like when you drink it and breathe after, it really lingers in your nose.
I'm here.
Right, I'm here to stay.
It's fucking with your nose.
Yes,
okay.
And I don't know why. Like,
I would say that in my lineup, I would choose this one first.
Mm-hmm.
This one second.
Okay.
This one last, because I don't really care for that the sweetness too much. I don't really care to have especially a dark liquor being sweet. This doesn't sit well with me, but I would say smoothest wise, it would go from this to this.
Okay.
But for my liking, we're going here, here, here.
You know, I do believe that now is our number one.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm going here, here, and then there.
Okay.
And the reason being, I don't know what's going on. It's making my ears itch.
Oh my God.
Let me find out if bitch is allergic.
Yeah, let's look at these ingredients real quick.
Right. Something in French fries. I'm not allergic to anything.
Okay.
But let me find out it's that. The revanche.
No.
So tell Bubblezz. Would you rather travel into the past or have the option to see the future?
I would rather travel in the past because this is why I say that. If I can travel in the past, I believe I will be able to go back and make my future.
Okay.
I kind of, you know, I don't want to really know what's going to happen in the future. You know, the future. I don't really want to spoil it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, you know, I want to have, you know, when you all knowing, if you're all knowing and know that point, then I mean, you're God and it's only one God. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to be, I don't want to know everything. You know, kind of let things play out. You know, be spontaneous or, you know, let things happen how they're supposed to. But I definitely go in the past and play the lottery or do that. I'll tell you that. I made TikTok, Instagram, everything viral. You know, wouldn't be no big soldier. I'll be big soldier. I'll be the first to do everything. So
some people, you believe it or not, a lot of people would like to see the future. They want to know what's coming. Like sometimes I ask people like, would you want to know if you were gonna die? Like when you were gonna die? Would you want to know that?
To be honest, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't want that much pressure. That's too much pressure. Too much knowing.
Okay.
Yeah, when it happens, it happens. When God said you ready or it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. So
Mike likes to leave a lot into God's hands. He don't like to cross that line.
had a praying grandma.
I know that's right. Shout out to all the praying grandmas. Need them.
Need them.
Okay, Mike.
Bubblezz.
So tell Bubblezz, what is the best advice that you've ever been given?
So the best advice I would possibly give, or the best advice I'll have gotten, it's not one particular thing, but I would say that like live your life to the fullest. Know that it's going to be ups and downs. Nothing is going to be perfect, but always strive to be great. Always strive to be better and to grow. Because I feel like a person who is willing to stop growing or think they know everything or have it all together doesn't. Usually, to be honest, they don't. I don't know any person that ever drives with that concept of knowing anything, especially some of my richest entrepreneurs and business owners. They don't never drive with the knowledge of knowing everything. Always somebody has a team or willing to learn. So as long as you're willing to learn and grow, that's some of the best knowledge that I personally have been given. And I'm always willing to grow. I'm always willing to accept any knowledge, any fruits of life, any water.
Any fruits of life, any water. I said we cheers on that.
Cheers.
Yes. Mike, say something.
Bubblezz.
It has been so good having you here by the fire with me. You have really dropped some solid gems, like, and you don't play. You pay to play, but you don't play at the same time.
Better say.
So Mike, where can they find you? Where can they see you at?
Well, right now I'm just mainly on Instagram, social media platform. My direct social media Instagram account is totally Mike, so you can follow me on there. But if you do want to follow and support the brand, we paid the brand is on Instagram. You can follow us, support us, purchase the merch. We do have a link where you can go and purchase merch. Also, Clubhouse RVA. Clubhouse Lounge RVA, but it's a club, a hookah lounge, a bar, a restaurant. We're always promoting something to brand and make people better. But yeah, follow me, totally Mike.
Yes, totally Mike for all things entertainment. Period. Yes, well Mike, I thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate you.
Drinking some yak with me by the fire.
It's been very nice. It's kind of hot back here.
It's a little toasty. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If y'all have anything y'all want us to taste, try, make sure y'all put it in the comment box below. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow Totally Mike. And Mike, I cheers you, baby.
Appreciate it. I'll be back too.
Oh, you know that.
Coming back. Thank you.